morning so we can all do this together. First thing I'd like everybody to do is sit up straight in this.
Oh, jeez.
No.
There we
now,
go.
What I want you to do is turn your head to the left and note how far you can turn it and come back to neutral. Turn your head to the right. Note how far you can do it. Come back to neutral. Hold down one finger. Take your other finger, put it on your chin.
Just like a Built Sprite test.
Almost. Now with the finger that's out here, we're going to make a big H without moving our head, only moving our eyes. We're going to go across the side to the edge of our vision. We're going to move up. We're going to come down. Keep your finger in focus. Move to the other side. Up. Down. Relax. Sit up tall in your chair. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left, noting if it's any different than before. Did anybody turn their head further?
Yeah.
Who turned their head about the same? Who turned their head less? Okay. So we'll talk about what that means in a minute. Now, let's hold our finger out. We're going to keep our eyes on our finger. Don't take your eyes off your finger, but we're going to take our head and move it up at a 45-degree angle while keeping our eyes on our finger. Let's do 3 up to the right, 3 up to the left. And we're going to sit up tall in our chair. We're going to retest our neck, turn it to the left and the right, seeing if it's further, less, or the same.
Wow.
Okay, last thing we're going to do. We're going to breathe normal. We're going to exhale. We're going to pinch your nose. Don't just hold your breath. Actually pinch your nose. I want to count backwards from 10. Then we're going to breathe in through our nose, and we're going to retest our neck again. So it'll look like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to breathe in through my nose. Everybody got it? Yep. Okay. Take a breath. Exhale. Pinch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in through your nose. Retest your neck left and right. Okay. Go ahead and relax. Now, so you can go back to your usual posture. Okay, the reason I wanted to do that this morning was because we do all the normal fitness stuff that you think of in a fitness place. Pick up heavy stuff, move around, make a heartbeat. Okay? Some of the other stuff that we do is a session, vision, balance, breath, sleep, all sorts of things that contribute to how you move, and how you move that contributes to those things. What we just looked at was a reflection of how much stress is on our nervous system just by testing the range of motion on one joint. And then in the first test we did, just asking our eyes to move around and get the little muscles in our eyes involved. If you were able to turn your head further, then we lowered the stress in your nervous system by providing more input for your brain about your surroundings. Okay? If it was exactly the same, then that particular exercise was of little to no value to you. It wasn't enough to institute a change in your nervous system. And if you found yourself moving your eyes around and then you weren't quite able to go as far, then that was very stressful for you. And so that would be a good indicator. Maybe we would need to do something with your eyes in order to improve your overall movement. Does that make sense? Did I lose anybody? Yeah. So there's different ways to test just about everything we do, from how we move to how we breathe to how we sleep to how we eat. And sometimes those connections aren't always clear. So someone may come to me and say, my shoulder hurts. And I say, great, let's do some stuff with your ears. And then all of a sudden their shoulder's better and they don't know why. It's because our brain is ultimately in control of everything in our body. And the way stress impacts the brain comes out in other places. So I may do something specifically with the shoulder, but I may do something else. If I see that when they're walking, every time they take a step, there's this big movement like this, and I'm exaggerating for you guys, but it's pretty common. Then whether or not it's the shoulder itself, I can see that's the single biggest thing that's impacting them every single day. If we clean that up, it may help alleviate the shoulder. So we may do 2 or 3 things before we get to the problem area. So that's what sets us apart. It makes us a little different than the normal gym. Any questions so far? No? Okay. This week we put out a little video about, I don't know, 20 seconds what does your first day at Taiso look like? And what we want to do is alleviate some of the concern, especially around starting something new. One of the things that can sometimes be a little challenging for any of us is not knowing what to expect. So we put a little video on there showing a person going through some of these basic assessments, and this is how we develop your program. So if someone wanted to improve their heavy picking up of something, and I said, well, let's improve your heavy picking up of something, but there's a little thing going on with your eye, so let's do this eye thing in between your sets. And then all of a sudden their heavy picking up gets better. They're more likely to do their little eye thing on their own. So we try to take the stuff that you need and put it in there with the stuff that you want and try to get it all together. Any questions yet?
Yes.
No? Yes.
So I went in and I got a little eye thing to do, but I don't know, can I do the eye thing with my glasses on, or should I take my glasses off to do the eye thing? Or am I contacts?
When you did your test with Jennifer, were you wearing your glasses or not wearing your glasses?
Not wearing my glasses.
Do it without wearing your glasses.
Okay.
So that, yes?
Oh, sorry, if you weren't done. I just wanted to know about the other two exercises that we did. You talked about the first one.
Oh, okay, so the first one, we were just taking the eyes, asking the eyes to participate a little more. In the second one, we kept our vision here, but in turning the head, we were actually testing our balance system. Now, some of you weren't able to actually do that exercise, so if you're curious, if you were that person, take your cell phone after class, take your cell phone, put your camera back at yourself, try to stare at the screen, and move your head at a 45. If you see that you actually just tilt your head instead, then you need to work on your balance. If you find that your nose goes up, over, like it's going up steps, you need to work on your balance. If it's nice and smooth at 45, don't worry about it. And then the last one that we did, the breathing, is just that. Normally it's a 20-second exercise. We did it, we just chopped it down, but we were just assessing how, if you change your breathing pattern, will that change your stress level? As long as you can answer there, yes, that was breathing. Any other questions? Yes?
You're so knowledgeable compared to other personal trainers I know. What's your education background?
Okay, so what we actually do is a form of applied neurology that has not yet been recognized as a separate medical field. So there's no governing body in the state of Washington for what we do right now. So the closest thing is personal training, and so that's how the state sees us. So that's how we're required to represent ourselves. Any other questions? Yes.
Applied neurology. Do you have any literature on that at all?
I can. Yes. I'm out of time. Go to our website.
One-to-one.
Another big events again.
Applied neurology sounds